Jordan Tyler Love Limited, JazzHandz proudly sponsors Glory Days, the parodied classics. Good afternoon and welcome back to JazzHandz, where I interview one of Flycheese's new staff members, who I've known for almost a few months now. Please present Quin Kirk. Good afternoon, Quin.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. I've just, just been relaxing. Well, I've just finished cleaning for the past hour, but yeah. Welcome to JazzHandz. It's been great to, finally get to interview you for the first time, the Quin Kirk. So yeah, I have a little personal question for you. Is Quin like short for Quinlan?
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so before we get started, is there would you like to introduce yourself to the viewers?
Yeah, I'm Quinn. Full name's Quinlan, but I go by Quinn. And I'm a third year animation student working at Flycheese.
Cool, cool. So yeah, so you've been here. How long have you been at Flycheese now?
A year next month.
Okay, so November 2024, huh?
Yeah, around end of November, beginning of October.
Oh, yes, sorry, my mistake. Okay, so yeah, how have you been in general then? Because I know Emily's left. It's gonna be a shame. It's not gonna be the same without her though.
Yeah, it's so sad that she's left, but I know that she's moved on to a new job doing some art design stuff, and she's been really excited about it. So I'm
Yeah,
wishing her all the best.
I'm happy for her. I mean, I gave her a homemade art, one of the designs for Glory Days' fourth season. I congratulated on her new job, but yeah. So yeah, mind if I ask about Faye? 'Cause, how long has Faye joined Flycheese? Because I've only known her for about a week and a half.
Faye's been here a couple of months. I think it's been about 9, 10 months, somewhere in that ballpark. I think
So
she joined a
January.
couple of months after me. I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. So yeah, we'll get started. So, what is your job title and where are you based at during Flycheese?
I'm a workshop assistant for the after school club mainly, but I also do workshop cover, and I'm mainly at Harland.
Cool, cool. And you said you went to Sheffield Hallam. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, I'm on my third year at the moment, so final year. Big projects coming up. Very excited, but yeah, this is my last year. It's
Well,
been
graduation's coming up, so yeah. I'm happy for you as a student, but yeah. Um, so yeah. I know you wanted to come work at Flycheese. Was this like your dream job, or was your dream job like an animator?
No, I actually want to go into teaching. So this is a really nice, really nice job for me, to be honest. I get the animation side of everything, and then I get to learn um some teaching experience as well. So it was really good. To be honest, I stumbled upon the job by accident. I downloaded an app called Handshake, which was like advertised by the uni for jobs that students could get. And a fly cheese job had literally just come up the day that I downloaded it. And I was like, oh, I'll throw my hat in the ring. I'll see. And then I ended up getting it and I've fallen in love with it.
So basically, a carpe diem it then.
I think so, yeah.
So you seized your moment, just like in the Coco movie. We'll get to that in just a moment. So what else has inspired you to come work at Flycheese besides Sheffield Hallam?
It was mainly so after the interview, I got offered the job and I accepted it. And I started with doing Saturdays, which is something they're not doing at the moment. And I was really nervous at first. I wasn't sure if it would be for me. And I just ended up absolutely loving it. I loved how friendly everybody was and the environment itself. And then sadly, when the Saturday sessions ended, I was pretty much just pestering Paul and Wallace all the time, being like, "You got anything else going?" Um, until they had the after school clubs come available, and I started doing that, and it's just been so much fun. I think that's the main thing is just there's never a dull moment, and there's all everyone's so funny and so welcoming. I don't think there's been a day I've gone and not left laughing.
Oh, cool. So basically, who did you come to first, Paul or Wallace mainly?
It was Paul that I met first. It was because he was hiring for the Saturday. They were doing like a Saturday group for a bit, and he put an advertisement up for an assistant. And I met Paul, and then I think I met Wallace a couple of weeks after.
Oh, all right. So, what was your dream job before you chose to work there?
I didn't have a dream job. I was very much in limbo about what I wanted to do. I was working as a technical support agent, and I knew that I didn't really want to do that forever. And I was kind of just thinking about what my next move would be, and then Flycheese showed up.
Awesome. Wow. So basically, you took it a step at a time, a step each way as it comes, I'm guessing. So so yeah, I mean, you're originally from, was it Hull that you say, did you say you were from?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing you know most of East Yorkshire and the Humberside, so not just the beaches like Bridlington or Scarborough, but I'm guessing you like know like the Yorkshire Dales like Driffield and Malton.
I do, yeah. I know quite a bit of around East Yorkshire, and the Humberside. I've moved about quite a bit, so I know a good few of the little villages as well.
Oh, there's Scarborough, in case you hadn't noticed, is my favourite beach. My favourite beach. They have a during the summer. I like to go in this ice cream parlour when it's not, particularly when it's not so busy. Called the Harbour Bar.
I love the harbour
Um,
bar.
oh yes. They do whippies. They do so instead of it doing in the tub, they do whippies in an actual Knickerbocker Glory ice cream glass.
Yeah,
To use like what you see in a soda shop, like what you see in Archie's, Pop Tates, or a malt shop that you see in the US. Similar to how back in the 1950s. So kind of like it.
yeah. No, I absolutely love harbour bar. It's my first stop every time I go to Scarborough.
Yeah, well, when it comes to yeah, because thing is, I've loved Scarborough ever since 2019. Because Bridlington was my go-to favorite beach when I was younger. Always, to me, I've never been a Cleethorpes fan. It was the cheapest wasteland. There's not much to do there anymore. And
Yeah.
Bridlington would have to be my second beach. I'm not a fan of Whitby and I'm not a fan of Cleethorpes. So
Mm.
those would be my least favorite beaches for the summer. So yeah, so before we move on, um, as you can see, as I've been working on the fourth season of Glory Days, here's a few behind the scenes. Have you ever been? Have you ever watched a show called Austin and Ally?
I have, yeah.
Well, in one of the videos, I've particularly designed one of the one-time characters based off of Laura Marano, who in fact is the younger sister of Gilmore Girls star from the later seasons, Vanessa Marano, who I've been doing a lot of research on. So the Marano sisters, in particular, whilst I've been doing research on Helena Bonham Carter, Danica McKellar, Tiffany Thiessen, um, Pat Fraley, and obviously Pui Fan Lee, who you may know from the CBeebies era in the 2000s, because I grew up with Andy Pandy, um, but yeah. So Austin and Ally, I'm guessing that was your go-to teen show next to Good Luck Charlie.
That and Victorious as well.
Oh, is this with Ariana Grande or Jeanette McCurdy?
With Ariana Grande, yeah.
Oh yes, because I know that she's in Wicked. Have you seen Wicked yet? The first one.
I haven't, no, I've not sat down and watched it yet. I need to.
Well, don't worry, there's no spoilers. I won't spoil anything. I am off to see the second one with my sister. All I can say is that Cynthia Erivo does a perfect Wicked Witch of the West. That's all I can say. But I think Miss Grande has shifted from music to singing, even though Laura Marano is the opposite. Um, because Laura Marano is more of a singer than an actress, but I prefer her as an actress, but I respect everyone's opinion. But yeah,
Yeah.
going back to Helena Bonham Carter, her movies have come back in style because I've managed to catch up on Court's Bride, ready for Halloween. I'm waiting to see the 20th anniversary in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. Are you going
Uh,
to see it at the cinema?
yes, I think it comes out the week before the showcase. Because Paranorman's going to be out in the cinema for its 13th anniversary because I think they're bringing it back just like how they did Caroline. So I'm also doing research on Terry Hatcher, hopefully in the new year. But the pop culture reviews have been pushed to January, so you probably won't get to hear any of the season two ones with Helena Bonham Carter or um, any of those for a while. But I am going to do Michelle Trachtenberg, because it'll be a year since her passing because we lost her in February. And thing
Yeah.
is, I wanted to do a lot of tribute to her because I did a tribute to her back in June just to honor her passing because kind of miss her because Ice Princess was one of the movies I actually, grew to like. My sister liked her as Dawn in Buffy. Have you ever heard of Michelle Trachtenberg?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. So besides Ice Princess, have you seen Ice Princess?
I have a long time ago, though. I do need to rewatch it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But going back to Helena Bonham Carter, what besides 'cause I know everyone out of Flycheese would know her as well as in from its love interest, Lady Tottington and Lestrange and Mrs. Lovett from Sweeney Todd. Is there any movies that you know Helena from?
Um, no, I'm not sure to be honest. I'm really bad with names. Um, if I saw a photo of her, I'd probably know a couple of films, but at the moment my brain's blanking.
That's all right. I've been studying on pop culture. I'm waiting to see if I can go to the library and get us some books because um I need to start researching. I've got Danica McKellar to record in a couple of weeks. I'm going to have that done for January. Tiffany Thiessen. Who else? What's her name now? Um, oh yeah, Courtney Thorne Smith from Melrose Place. Um, did any of your family watch shows like Melrose Place, Dynasty, According to Jim, or the
I've
earlier
watched
Gilmore Girl, or the
I've
earlier
watched Dynasty. Um, and
was this
then
the, was this
Faye.
was this the newer version or the original?
I think I've only seen the newer version.
All right,
And
so you
then
won't so you won't recognise Heather Locklear then.
no, I don't think so. But I do know her from Gilmore Girls, mainly just because it's Faye's
Um,
obsessed
uh,
with Gilmore Girls.
apparently, that was you might have mistaken her for Lauren Graham because Lauren Graham was in Gilmore Girls, Heather Locklear was
Uh,
in Melrose Place, and um, yeah, because just like how I got confused for um Liza Weil, who I thought was Piper Perable's lookalike, because I thought Piper was Liza Weil at that point, but I realised that they are two different people. Like Melissa Rauch was in The Big Bang Theory, but I know her from Night Court. Alana Ubach, who I know from Spectacular Spider-Man as Liz Allen. who was in Euphoria, was in See Dad Run, and I also confused myself with Laura Marano for Georgia Groom from Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, even though I know that they're two different actresses, just like Ryan Newman and um, another girl who worked with Ariel Winter. Because the thing is, Ariel Cabell, who you may know also from the later Gilmore Girls series, because I'm on season 3 at the moment. I've already watched seasons 6 to 7. Ariel Cabell was in Aquamarine with Sarah Paxton, obviously. I don't suppose you've heard of Aquamarine?
It rings a bell, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, moving on. So, what are your goals for this year and next year, if you don't mind me asking?
My goal for this year is that it's mainly just focusing on uni, finishing my third year, and trying to get some final work that I'm proud of. Um, and then my goal for next year is that I'm hoping to go on to a teaching course, but that's not 100% set in stone yet. So, um, that's a bit 50-50.
Right, but if you did have a choice, would you stay at Flycheese forever or is this temporary?
I want to stay at Flycheese as long as possible. It all just depends how everything goes and what comes along, what opportunities there are. I don't like to say anything is set in stone, so I never know. Hopefully, I do get to stay here quite a while, but it all just depends on what comes ahead.
Yeah, I've got to take things slow because that's why I've put the pop culture reviews on hold until after Christmas. Because at the moment I am working on season 4 of Glory Days. I'm doing the specials, which are tie-ins to season 3, end of season 3, and a couple of leftover season 2 episodes. So, the show was originally supposed to air in January. The fourth season has been pushed to March due to circumstances. So, but yeah, so what are your hobbies that you like to do outside of Flyches, if you don't mind me asking?
Um, it's mainly just watching films, to be honest. And probably food. I'm a bit of a foodie at the moment, so I like to go and try different places to eat quite a lot. Those are my two main things at the moment.
And are you a meat eater or a vegan?
I'm a meat eater. I think the term's pescatarian, where you eat everything. I might be getting that completely wrong. Omnivore? Is it an omnivore?
Omnivore,
I think I'm
yes.
getting them all muddled. Yeah, I was getting pescatarian's fish, isn't it? I think I'm getting it the wrong way
Yeah,
around.
yeah. Well, to be honest, I make all these mistakes all the time. So you aren't the only one. I mean, nobody's perfect. It doesn't matter what IQ you are or whether you remember your IQ. My memory's been a bit, but I do have a prone to correct people, even if they feel uncomfortable by it. I am more of an honesty person. I don't like lying because it gets me into trouble. Just like I don't like saying, even though I don't like saying things, that are personal, but say I don't like keeping stuff to myself all the time. I like to keep some stuff private, but if it's something I don't actually like, I have to say it, even though my sister
Yeah,
told me not to. But say, um, say if I disliked certain things like certain Christmas specials, I'm more of an adult-oriented person. I do like the classic cartoons. I'm what you call the odd one out Gen Z kind of guy.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically who I am. So my niece and nephews, they like all the modern stuff. Me, I'm in the mixture. I like what the Gen X and millennials used to like. So I go back. I'm more of a binge watcher. So do you read or do you watch movies more?
I used to read quite a lot, but it's mainly movies at the moment.
I'm guessing you have trouble. I'm guessing you have trouble with your punctuality, or or are you not good? Or are you not good with literacy?
It's a bit 50-50 to be honest. Sometimes I'm really good, and then other times my brain's too fried to even figure out a sentence. So depends on the day.
Well, me, I'm more of a literacy person. I've always hated mathematics. The only good that comes from math is shape, And the shapes, I'm only good with shapes. I don't count the shapes of geometry. I just like shapes. That's the only good thing in math. Um,
Yeah.
I sometimes I regret if only I had if only I had the audacity to do a Zoom meeting with Danica McKellar to do a bit of math. That's what I want. That's what I wish to do. But other than
Yeah.
that, um, fail miserably at math. I've always hated math, but I'm more of a literacy person. So I'm guessing you're the opposite.
Yeah, I absolutely love maths. Maths I could do with my eyes closed. Um, English is very 50-50 for me, anything literacy based.
Well,
Um, but
if you've
no,
got some spare well, if you've got some spare time, maybe you could teach me a little maths someday.
well, next time I see you in the studio, we'll play a couple of games of Sudoku.
Cool, cool. So okay, so moving on. What are your favorite outdoor activities? Do you like to go places? Have you ever been to the Peak District? Have you ever been to Rotherham O'Donnell since you've visited here?
Um, I don't really do many outdoor t activities. I've been to Doncaster once, and then the last time I went to Rotherham was a good couple of years ago now. Um, I don't think I've been to the Peak District yet either. I'm
Well, to
mainly at
start off with,
concerts if I'm going out.
yeah, well, next summer, pardon my you know, blabbermouth, but the first part of Derbyshire I'd recommend would either be Chatsworth or Castleton, the Blue John Cavern. They're good places to start in Castleton, and then
Okay.
Bakewell if you're a beginner, and then if you want to extend it, maybe Matlock or Matlock Bath or even Buxton in the High Peak. Because Buxton's on the way to Manchester. But yeah, are you looking forward to any anniversaries? Because I know that Where Rabbit celebrates its anniversary in a couple of weeks. Corpse Bride does. Um, I know Zootropolis 2 comes out at the end of November. I'm looking forward to that Hoppers movie by Pixar next
Yeah.
March. Toy Story 5, I'm having mixed feelings. It should have just ended at 4, but Pixar just don't want to do Pixar just don't want to do originals like they should have. I mean, he always liked doing originals, and he's the CEO of Pixar now. So I don't understand why there should be any more, sequels to Pixar. But to each their own, right? I mean, Illumination have resulted into doing more Minion stuff. DreamWorks are bringing back Shrek and whatever, and Nickelodeon. But thing is, I'm very fussy with my animation. So if anything that Mac likes. I sometimes take it a little personally, but but if anything, I just prefer sitcoms than or whatever, because reboots aren't always my go-to thing. If it's not original or if it's something that I don't want to see again, I will give up per se.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah, what we
no, I agree. I'm the same, to be honest. I'm a bit sick of the reboot and the sequel phase that's going on at the moment. Um, it'd be nice to watch some more original stuff that comes out. Um, I'm
Inside Out 2 was the only good sequel besides does Kung Fu Panda 4? No. Despicable Me 4, I give it an 8 out of 10. I liked Minions The Rise of Gru better.
mm,
Um, I mean, Toy Story 5, there shouldn't have been any need for it. The only good that's coming out of it is Anna Faris is going to play the villain Lilypad next year. So it'll be the first time since Cloud of a Chance of Meatballs that I've heard her in something that is watchable. But other
yeah.
than that, Zootropolis 2 would be another one. But going back to if you had a favorite celebrity or voice actor, who would you want to meet and why?
It would probably I've got two, so it would be Jeremy Shada and Stephen Yun. They're my favorite voice actors, and they're in my favorite. Well, my second favorite cartoon series, Voltron Legendary Defenders.
Oh,
Um,
that had Josh Keaton in it, who I know from Spectacular Spider-Man, obviously.
yeah.
But if you had any celebrities, who would you want to meet?
Um, I'm not sure to be honest. Maybe Neil Patrick Harris. I really like him. I'm a big fan of How I Met Your Mother.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're familiar with Kobe Smulders, Alison Hannigan, and Jason Segel then.
Yeah,
Cool, cool. Oh boy, I have so many. I've had to keep an eye out, but I know that there's a Malcolm reboot which is coming back, which I hope will be successful than the Lizzie McGuire one. I think Hillary did let us down a little bit, but How I Met Your Father, there was a reboot. Have you ever are you familiar with Hillary Duff's reboot of How I Met Your Father?
yeah, I've watched all of it. I'm a bit 50-50 on it. I don't think it's obviously it's going to be different to How I Met Your Mother, but I think in my opinion the humor's quite a bit different. I don't think
But
it
How
goes as well.
how would you compare it to her original role as Lizzie?
Um, Not sure to be honest. Um, I think it's okay. But again, I think it's just been so long that it's never going to feel the same. And I also think I hold quite a lot of nostalgia for it. So I think I'm always going to be a lot more judgmental when anything comes back as like a reboot or redone.
Yeah, I mean Hillary's 38 today, so yeah, but yeah. Were you more of a Lizzie fan?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean Hillary Duff does, but at least we know that some shows will have the LGBTQ community. Because even though I'm straight myself and I don't choose to, I just like to focus not on the story, but on the minor characters and the ADR groups. Because been keeping a lot of eyes on the ADR group. I mean, Shelby Young's done a good job of doing a lot of ADRing. ADR editing and whatnot. I mean, Kelly Stables, um, Helen Sadler, Willow Gear, um, Andriana Weiner, Aaron Hendry, Will Collier, to be exact. So I don't just focus on the story, I focus on the minor characters, the ADR group itself, because I'd always stay for the credits, whether they have any post credits or not. But yeah, I'd give the US voice acts a bit more of a chance. But did you know that Nelvana shut down earlier this year?
I didn't know.
The shows that created Baba, Rupert, Roly Poly Graceface, 16, Marvel Mysteries, Mad Dad the Rockstar, Blazing Dragons, The Never-Ending Story. Howard Jerome's version, not the Alan Oppenheimer version, but going back to the classics. I'm also doing a bit of reviews on Michael Bell, um, John Stocker, Ron Rubin, obviously. And of course, I'll be doing a review on, hopefully, if those go well in the new year, hopefully Richard Binsley and Janet Lane Green. Yeah, what's her name? Yes, Janet Lane Green, who you may know from Little Bear, because it's been 20 years since that show came out. I mean, Kristen Fairley did a great job as a young child actress, as opposed to Bridget from Total Drama. But were you ever a Total Drama fan in your youth?
Yeah, I loved Total Drama 16 and I can never remember the name of it. There was another one about surfing that came out at a similar time, like another
Stokes?
cartoon
Is
in
it
that style.
Stokes?
That's it. Yeah, I loved Stoke.
That also had Katie Crown, Christine Fairley, and um, Corey Doran, who was in Jimmy Two Shoes at the time. Does Has a few of those former child actors from Roly Poly and Franklin had hit puberty and left, such as I can't remember his name now, but going back to Adrian Truss, he's a good one from Roly and Atomic Betty. He was in the Redonkulous Race, and I know that doing a lot of reviewing on Fred Tatter Show. Um, Eric Bowser, he's a modern veteran legend. So he's definitely on my list. And of course, now, what's your opinion on Sydney Sweeney?
I'm indifferent to be honest. I've not really got a strong opinion.
Okay, well, hopefully Georgia Wiggum and Maud Apatow could be part of the roster. Hopefully, but these will just be includes at the moment. Okay, final question. If you had a message for young Quinn, what would you tell her?
Um, it would probably be that there's no timeline on anything. Like there's no need to rush and feel like you're behind on anything. I think younger me used to think that I always had to achieve something by a certain age. And I was always putting unneeded pressure on myself. So I think that would be it, that there's no deadline for anything and anything can be done at your own pace.
Oh, that's those are wise, wise words. So yeah. Oh, that's the person. Phil Williams, the late Phil Williams passed away last year. He was one of the Nelvana cast members, as well as the late Paul Haddad and
Hmm.
um William Colgate, who I know from Franklin. And but yeah, do you have any deadlines that you're not actually that you're actually keeping to when it comes to uni, and your final major projects and stuff? Do you have any new animations, or do you have any animations currently that you've already completed that we should know about?
Um, I've not got anything out yet, but I'm working on my final year project, which I'll have to have the draft done by December. And that's just a little short comedy horror that I'm going to try and do in stop motion, but no spoilers on that yet. It's still in very, very early development.
Are you going to be at the showcase this year?
I will be, yeah.
Cool, cool. Okay, that's all the time that we have for, I'm afraid. But thanks for coming, Quinn. I really enjoyed it. It was great having you on Jazz Hands. Should be able to see it soon, and I hope to see you at the showcase. I hope to see you at some point at Flycheese. If I arrive and I've left early or anything, can always have a quick chat or whatever when you're next in or when you're next covering or whatever. But
Yeah.
I hope your future goes well for you. I hope your career at Flycheese will go well. Um, I was very, very supportive of most of the staff members here. I thank you, I thank Miss Stewart, I thank Emily. Um, and thanks for joining Jazz Hands. It really means a lot to me. All right then. I hope you have a great end of the weekend and I hope to see you very soon.
No worries. Thank you for having me on, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
All right, then you take care now.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Are some little bitty folks living in a place called Troll Town. Funniest little old folks you ever will meet.
At the bottom of a tree is a tiny little house they live in. Dancing up a storm in a tiny troll town street.
They call him Trollkins, them good old Trollkins.
They're not as big as you and me, but if you look, you just might see them.
Trollkins, them good old Trollkins.
Tooting and a fussing in a troll town tambourine.
They call him Trollkins, them good old Trollkins.